defense is when he puts it all together.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37.
They'll begin here with a run with Charbonnet.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. He was a 2nd-round pick. Many scouts thought he could have gone higher than that.
And I was one of them. Even though I don't scout for any particular team, I had a 1st-round grade on him. And frankly, I'm surprised he lasted to the 2nd round. They got a steal with this player.
And you take a look at his draft class from a season ago. Really, it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
Here's a diving catch right side. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, there's a new man here under center. What do you think they saw to acquire him, Charles?
I think they went back to their old scouting reports because those never go away. And I think that they liked him when he was coming out of school, didn't have the opportunity to get him. But now with this opportunity, they think they can get him back to those former level.
12 more yards there and another 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter.
2nd down, here's Charbonnet.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the 1st down.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Michael Thomas, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears are on the board here first in the season opener. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym, preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Shifts past him at the 45. And they're going to be set up with excellent field position past the 45.
Well, you gave up the 1st touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. Love now. That's caught by the rookie, Jaden Reed. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A quick 1st down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. Love. That'll be caught right side by Reed. Touchdown, Packers! Jaden Reed with his 1st career NFL touchdown. And the Packers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now Jones. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. So we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But 2 kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't. I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coach to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They're doing it for more good safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about double 0, like Jim Otto used to wear, or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball. And look,
pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
It's now 3rd and 13.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And this is caught. He hits more. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. 7-7, our score after 1. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Charbonnet will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
Sometimes, offense, you get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air.
Matt Eberflus clearly in disagreement with that last call, and he's going to throw the challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could come.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. So it's a tough test for the Packers' new starting quarterback, Jordan Love. 2 road games to begin the year. Today here in Chicago, next week in Atlanta.
But he's one of the rare first-rounders that got to sit and watch for a little bit. So how do you think that'll serve him going forward?
Well, you sit there and absorb game plans for all this time. You watch how people prepare. You see how teams respond to being up, down, all of those things. Now he gets to step into that role and be the leader of this team. All the things he's dreamed of and imagined.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs, 35 yards. And the Packers are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point good by Hopkins. And we are tied at 14. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around. I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Again, it's Charbonnet. 76 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
They'll try to throw now. Young steps away. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 37. A good pickup there at 22. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
This will be caught downfield by Moore.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they top 30. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
Young off the play fake. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Michael Thomas, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bears have taken the lead. Santos now to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it's Michael Thomas who ends it with a touchdown reception.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne.
And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16.
Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment.
He'll be looking to get in the end zone again. Had the touchdown, as you see, last drive on 4 carries. And during the break, we were looking at some of the replays from the previous drive. Really good holes created, great space.
Yeah, I like the observation you had there during that break about, okay, they've got to do something to slow down their runners. So is it bringing in more defensive linemen? Is it dropping in extra linebackers? What are you going to do? Personally, I'm going to take my safety and drop him into the box. I'm going to have at least 7 in there until he shows that he can beat me through the air. I've got to slow down the running.
I was just going to say, you'll take the exposure in the passing game over the top until you can prove that you can stop the running game.
Sometimes you go cold because you haven't thrown it in a while. Let's see if he can heat up again.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Got it.
Jordan Love ready on first down here.
A short throw to Musgrave. Into space at the 45. Still on his feet. He may go.
Touchdown, Packers! Luke Musgrave with his first career touchdown in his first career game.
And the Packers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Hopkins with the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And some room to work.
And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
A huge play there for Chicago. 51 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. The Bears moving hastily in the hurry-up offense.
There's Charbonnet once again.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Holding offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And now a handoff to Charbonnet.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Zach Charbonnet
making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut.
And the Bears have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Santos with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Ballantyne now from the end zone.
And a less than desirable return as he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not to any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen, put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ready, go.
Jacobs going to try the middle, and he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our...
Looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half.
back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
They go play action. Young. And that is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. On 1st and 10, Love. Able to find his man, Kraft. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Packers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Now they'll start on the ground with Charbonnet.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
He takes this for 3 to the 29. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
And they'll run on 3rd down with Charbonnet. And this will be a Bears 1st down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
He's had a very nice day throwing the football, and I think on this play, he's just trying to buy some time so he can make another big throw downfield. Unfortunately, couldn't connect on that one.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run good for 24 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now this throw caught left side. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. On the give, here's Charbonnet. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Off the play fake, Young. Touchdown! Zach Charbonnet. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Bears have broken the tie. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Ballantyne now from the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And they'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, the defender was right on him.
Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. On now is the Packers punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. The play fake. Now Young. Targeting more, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A huge play there for Chicago. 59 yards. A run now with Charbonnet. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Zach Charbonnet. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Bears have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So what a debut we've got going here, Charles. His first ever NFL game, and that 3 touchdowns now on the ground.
I know this organization thought they found a winner, but I can't imagine one thing the result will come quite this fast.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. He's hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more But I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
111 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Love. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. Going quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Offense is moving a little bit, have them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
I think the defenders have to feel pretty good, even though the ball was tipped in the air and could have become a big play for the offense. They actually won one because the guy flinging it today, he's having quite the performance. A couple of touchdown passes, almost threw his first interception, but he's throwing it so well that I think Lady Luck was on his side.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
They're going to hurry back to the line now.
They'll run it here with Charbonnet.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete.
Touchdown, Bears! DJ Moore, 36 yards.
And the Bears are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Ballantyne now from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. Now left side on the swing pass. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Switch red. Switch yellow. Opposite. Green.
Love looking to throw it. Now defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Yellow. Line. Smith red. Switch yellow.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And this will be a Packers first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Love from the gun. A quick throw there is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
On 3rd down, Love. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Love. The connection with his running back, Josh Jacobs.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Play fake. Here's Love.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Opposite. Green. Check white. Blue. Check.
Jacobs is in. Touchdown, Packers. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead will be cut down to 14. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Toward the pylon, caught.
A gain of 7 that time, 2nd goal. And now they're in the hurry-up.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd and goal.
Young off the bootleg. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. On play action, Young. Escaping the pressure right. just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 4th down, Young. Rolling to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Keenan Allen from 6 yards away.
And the Bears are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Valentine opting not to return it, and his guys will have it at the 25.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Love now to pass on 1st down.
Completed out left to Dobbs.
And it's a Packers touchdown.
Romeo Dobbs,
55 yards.
And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
That one complete downfield to Thomas.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Charbonnet.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. Young here to throw as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Young on 3rd down, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander.
And the Packers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw it than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Love. Able to connect with Jacobs. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Chicago, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile...